It's a orange juice.
What's up everyone, it's OJ. The balance changes are coming Tuesday. There's going to be some exciting changes. The Dark Prince, Spear Goblins, Goblin Hut, Ice Spirit, and Tornado are being nerfed, while the Knight, Dart Goblin, Barbarian Barrel, and Lightning are being buffed. Traditionally, balance changes have always come alongside major game updates, so I can't say with certainty that the Clan Wars update is coming Tuesday on the 24th. But I can tell you with every single balance update previously has confirmed the actual date of the update. Alright, so for micro interactions, the Dark Prince went on a rampage. He's literally everywhere. To tone down this card without nerfing it into oblivion, they're reducing its shield hit points from 266 down to 199. This shield health is consistent with the guards now. This changes micro interactions that can snowball macro interactions. He'll drop his shield with one less hit to archers, minions, witch, skeletons, and ice wizard. This may not seem like a big deal, but here's where it gets juicy. Heavy hitting medium troops can now knock off its shield in one hit instead of two. This is going to include Valkyrie, Mega Minion, Night Witch, Mortar, Lumberjack, Wizard, and the Bowler. This is a massive hit to the Dank Prince. The Knight is getting a 3% health increase. Its hit points are going to increase to 1350. Not exactly his original glory from the last balance, but it does change a few more micro interactions like being able to survive one hit from a minion, skeleton, Valkyrie, or even a baby dragon. This is a very calculated number because the Knight will still survive one shot from Big Mama P.E.K.K.A. The Dart Goblin is getting some attention. It's very subtle. Damage is increasing by 3. He almost literally kills everything one shot faster. But he's already fast, so it's not that noticeable. The super micro interaction includes a lot of cards like the Knight, Giant P.E.K.K.A, Balloon, Golem, Golemites, Mini P.E.K.K.A, Prince, Giant Skeleton, Hog Rider, Ice Wizard, Droll Giant, Dark Prince, Lava Hound, Bowler, and the Ice Golem. He shoots super fast, so let's be real. We won't even notice that he killed that Golem one shot faster. The Golem will still deal that same amount of damage. But the Dart Goblin will now kill minions in 2 shots instead of 3. So against the minion horde, it'll destroy each minion in exactly 2 spits instead of 3. However, the interaction between the Princess Tower and the Dart Goblin will remain the same. This means the Princess Tower will still need to hit it 2 times for the Dart Goblin. The interaction isn't completely insane. But what is insane is that the Ice Spirit will now die to the Dart Goblin in 2 hits. This means it won't live long enough to freeze the Dart Goblin, meaning that the Dart Goblin will get 2 shots on your Princess Tower. This is an indirect nerf to Ice Spirit. The Spear Goblins are receiving a wee bit of a nerf. Their attack speed is being slowed down by 0.1 second. Just like all attack speed nerfs, this is dramatic in terms of damage per second. It's a 9% nerf, bringing down the DPS from 45 to 41. I mean, it'll kill the Lava Hound a second or 2 faster, if they're not zapped away. The Spear Goblin nerf affects the Goblin Hut. This was the most dominating building in the meta, so hopefully we'll see a slight shift in the building meta. Each solo Spear Goblin will still be able to land one hit on the tower. That interaction doesn't change. The Ice Spirit is receiving some mad nerfs. I mean, it's only 1 elixir, so it's still going to offer the cycle ability despite its damage being reduced by 4%. From 95 down to 91. No direct interaction changes really. The largest change though is that its freeze duration is being nerfed significantly. It used to freeze for 1.5 seconds. Now it'll only freeze for 1 second. There are so many changes in the synergies. One of the most significant changes is that the Ice Spirit will not bring down minions low enough for an Electro Wizard to kill a minion with one of its attacks. Meaning that the E-Wiz won't be able to kill 2 minions at a time. The Skeleton Barrow is receiving a slight buff. They're adding 1 skeleton, increasing the total count of dudes to 7. Not quite its original glory, but as we all know from the last balance update, adding even 1 extra unit into a swarm can result in a massive damage shift. Left alone, it should deal over 400 extra damage. The Barbarian Barrel gets a slight buff. Its range is increasing by 0.5 tiles. This means it'll now reach the King Tower. This range is still not enough to reach the Princess Tower, but I mean, the Barbarian is now 0.5 tiles closer. Does that mean the Barbarian deals more damage because it's slightly closer? No. Lightning's radius just got buffed back to a 3.5 tile radius. It's incredibly satisfying to wreck a pump and get free tower damage. With Lightning back, 3M ain't safe. They're vulnerable and they will be heavily reliant on Battle Ram to Lightning Rod them and protect them. Goblin Hut will be affected if Lightning resurfaces into the meta. You're going to have to be careful placing anything near the hut like a Musketeer. Tornado's getting a slight tweak. It will now only pull units for 2 seconds. This is a huge interaction change. Units like Giants and Golems won't be so easily persuaded to activate the King Tower. However, the Hog Rider will still activate the King Tower since it's a lot lighter than a Giant. There are a lot of interaction changes. Its total damage is being reduced by 3% from 145 to 140. This is not significant. Minions will continue to be one-shotted by the Princess Tower. Although, since the duration is shorter, that means each damage per tick that occurs every 0.5 seconds is going up from 29 to 35 damage. This means that bats and skeletons will die in 2 ticks instead of 3. It's an interesting interaction change and deals with Skarmy, but more significantly, Graveyard will be countered more effectively by Tornado now. The Magic Archer is going to be able to hit targets a bit faster, so what they've done is they've increased his projectile speed. This way he won't miss 1,000 shots. But it's just like the Princess, occasionally he will miss one shot at a really tricky angle. That's part of the game. They miss occasionally, it's fine. Spells are all getting a nice little buff. You're now able to cast spells like Fireball directly on the river. There were those times where you couldn't clip a minion horde and a mortar because of the bridge. Well, now you can. Even Graveyard will be able to be placed on the river, but not the log, unless a Princess Tower is down, of course. Basically, the only absolute exception to this rule is going to be the Goblin Barrel. It just wouldn't make sense to drown your own goblins. There was a known issue with the Hunter where flying units planted directly above him would deal 0 damage, when it should have just dealt that 700 damage. There are going to be some other small bug fixes too. I've personally never encountered these, but the Cannon Cart, another one where the witch switched targets while locked onto the tower, and the last one, Sparky resetting incorrectly if she was knocked too far back. Those are basically going to be all of the bug fixes. I hope you guys found this video useful. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more quality OJ.